Good morning, dear cadets. So, as you know, the syllabus is bit lacking. So, I have decided to give you normal video. And as far as your syllabus of PT2 is concerned, I will give this chapter only. Okay. So, try to understand here. Now, almost we are in the last leg of this chapter, acid, bases, and salt. So, some important chemical compounds. So, under important chemical compounds, what are there? So many things are there, like common salt is there, caustic soda is there, sodium hydroxide, bleaching powder, plaster of Paris, okay, and one more is there, sodium carbonate, washing soda. So one by one I will teach some important chemical compound. The first one is common salt. What is the first one? The first one is common salt, and we are familiar with this salt, okay. We are very much familiar with this salt, okay. What is it? The chemical name and formula. The chemical name of this one is sodium chloride, and chemical formula is sodium chloride, NaCl, okay. So chemical name is sodium chloride, chemical formula is NaCl. Now it has got some other names like table salt. Why it is called table salt? Because it is the important ingredients of our food. Now tell me the food material where common salt is not used. In one way or other way this is used. I am not talking of sweets, but most of the food material common salt is used, and you know this is preservative also. Now when I will teach you uses, at that time I will tell you. So its first name is table salt. One more name is there in the market. If you go and purchase 1 kg of Tata salt, okay, so clearly it will be written there iodized salt. So why this salt is called iodized salt? Actually this common salt is not pure. It is mixed with one more salt, that is called potassium iodide. So common salt is not pure. It is mixed with potassium iodide. Hence it is called iodized salt. So why it is? See, iodized salt means, just see, I am writing here, iodized salt means sodium chloride plus potassium iodide. Sodium chloride plus potassium iodide, that is called iodized salt. Now question arises here, why iodine is added to the common salt? So just see, now you may ask these questions also. If we require iodine, then why potassium iodide is added? Simply iodine should have been added. Always remember, iodine, it is a sublime substance. It undergoes sublimation process. So if you will take pure iodine, so it will evaporate very fastly. So what is there? It is unstable compound. So we are taking potassium iodide. Now you may ask, why potassium iodide only? Why not sodium iodide? Why not calcium iodide, magnesium iodide? So I will tell you. Just see, sodium and potassium, these are very common ion in our blood. You might have heard in the bio, or sir has taught you, Hamburger phenomena. Just see, in the cell, what is there? Extracellular fluids are there. Okay. So sodium potassium pump you might have heard. Means what is there? Sodium is going out, potassium is coming inside. So this is called Hamburger phenomena. Okay. Sodium potassium pump. So it means if along with the sodium chloride, if some amount of potassium will go to our blood, it will not create any problem. And iodine alone cannot be stable. So it is added with potassium, and now potassium iodide is added with sodium chloride. So now it becomes iodized salt. Okay. The presence of iodine is essential because it protects us from thyroid disorder. Just see, here what is there? This is thyroid gland is there. And thyroid gland can work when it will get sufficient amount of iodine. Okay. So and thyroxine hormone secretion is there, and you know thyroxine hormone is very important. Okay. So thyroid for the normal functioning of thyroid gland, iodine is needed. That is why in the common salt, what is added? Potassium iodide is added. Basically we require iodine only, but iodine is sublime substance, hence it is added in the form of potassium iodide. Okay. Occurrence and extraction of common salt. Occurrence and extraction of common salt. So just see. Now question arises here in the nature, in which form or how sodium chloride is obtained. So just see. The most common source of common salt is seawater. What is this one? Seawater. Okay. So just try to understand. Seawater, what is happening? Seawater, not only sodium chloride is there are so many salts. So the seawater, whatever salts we are obtaining, that is the mixture of so many salt. So it contains the impurity of magnesium sulfate, magnesium chloride. It contains the impurity of magnesium sulfate, magnesium chloride. So the common salt which is obtained from seawater, that is not pure. It contains the impurity of magnesium sulfate and magnesium chloride. Next one is rock salt. What is the next one? Rock salt. So just see, in the seawater it is found, and it is found in the nature in rock salt form also. What is the rock salt? Solid form of sodium chloride. Solid form of sodium chloride, NaCl. Solid form of sodium chloride, that is called rock salt. Okay. So you might have heard about the minerals. Okay. Ores. So this is also one type of ore only, mineral only. And now in the solid form it is known as rock salt. Okay. Third form is also there. This is inland lakes. In some of the, just try to understand, in the rock salt in Himachal Pradesh there is one place that is called Mandi. There it is found. Okay. Mandi is the district name of Himachal Pradesh. So there mines are there. Mines of rock salt, means common salt is there. Inland lakes. Okay. In lakes also, basically in the American lakes, a lot of salts are there, and American people are getting that salt from those lakes only. In India also, in Rajasthan there is one lake. What is the name of that one? Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. There salts are found. There is one more important thing, and that important thing is related with the common salt only. Just see, this common salt is not good for health. Okay. What is there? You might have heard about the black salt, and there is one Sendha namak, white color salt. They are good for salt. But see, after the division of India, partition of India, most of the common salt mines falls under Pakistan jurisdiction. That is why we move toward the common salt which is obtained from the seawater. Okay. So this is all about the common salt, and this common salt is very important. Okay. So now let us move toward the another aspects, that is the preparation of common salt. Preparation of common salt. Okay. So now properties of common salt. What are the properties of common salt? The number one is color and state. So it is colorless crystalline substance with melting point is 820 degrees Celsius. So it is colorless crystalline substance with melting point 820 degrees Celsius. Okay. Solubility. Its solubility at room temperature is about 38.8 gram per 100 gram of water. Per 100 gram of water. Its solubility in water is means in per 100 gram of water it is dissolving nearly about 38.8 gram. Okay. Action of heat. Okay. So just see, at low temperature 0 to 20 degrees Celsius, it exists at dihydrates. Dihydrate means NaCl2.2H2O means NaCl will contain two molecules of water. This is hydrated salt. So since two molecules of water is there, that is why it is called dihydrate sodium chloride. So it exists as a dihydrate form. Temperature 0 to 20 degrees Celsius. On heating, it produces crackling sound. Tad, 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 like that. Means if you heat it, then it will produce the crackling sound. Crackling sound. Okay. Hygroscopic in nature. Now I taught you two words, deliquescent and hygroscopic. What is the meaning of hygroscopic? It absorbs the moisture from the surrounding but does not dissolve into it. Deliquescent substance means which absorb the moisture from the surrounding and get dissolved into it. Okay, so it is hygroscopic in nature because it takes up moisture from the air. Hygroscopic nature of common salt is because of presence of calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. Because of presence of calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. Okay, so it is hygroscopic in nature. It takes some moisture from air. Hygroscopic nature of common salt is because of presence of calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. And you know, in common salt, these two salts, calcium chloride and magnesium chloride, they are present in the form of impurity. Okay, so because of these two salts, it is hygroscopic in nature. Action of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, action of concentrated sulfuric acid. This is very important reaction. Just see, NaCl, it react with Con H2SO4, and heat this one. So what would be there? NaHSO4 plus HCl. This is sodium hydrogen sulfate, and this is HCl, sodium hydrogen sulfate. Okay, this is there. This is one of the chemical property. Now reaction with silver nitrate, that is very important. Just see, I will rub this one and will write here. Just see here. Now reaction with silver nitrate. Okay, now this is 6 number. Reaction with silver nitrate. Okay, so just see reaction with silver nitrate. NaCl, this is common salt, AgNO3. So what will form here? AgCl plus NaNO3. This is ionic reaction. Now this HCl is forming white curdy PPT. Okay, what is this one? White curdy PPT. This is aqueous form only. Here just see, here also write AQ, here also write AQ. Okay, so this is white curdy PPT and silver nitrate. So all the chemical property of common salt is over. Now uses. Those uses are very, very important. The most important use is common salt is the starting material for the synthesis of so many chemical compounds. Okay, so now uses of common salt. So what are the uses of common salt? Now as you know, the important uses of common salt is it is an essential constituent of our diet. Do you know? It is used as a preservative, and I hope that you understood the meaning of preservative. Means the material which is added to any other material to increase their duration of stability. Okay, so just see, if pickles are made, then common salt is added so that the durability of, or you can say the material or food material where it is being added, their safety may be increased. No virus bacteria can attack that. Okay. This soap material which is used to preserve other material, that is called preservative. Okay. Mixed with ice, it is used to make freezing mixture. Just see. Ice cream industry, have you heard or not? So just see, when common salt is added to ice, what is there? There is a depression in the freezing point of ice. So generally ice melt at 0 degree Celsius. If it is added, so then their freezing temperature will decrease, and now ice will not melt. It will be in the form of ice only, even if outside temperature is increased. Are you getting my point or not? So it is important freezing mixture in making up ice creams. It has industrial application. Okay, common salt has got some industrial application, like in the manufacturing of soap. Just see, this is very common, usable material, and now common salt is used in the preparation of soaps. So in the soap industry it is used in the preparation of pottery, glaze. Pottery means earthen pots are made or not, that is called pottery. Toys means soil toy, and some other toys which are made, there it is used. Okay. Next one is, the most important use is, common salt is starting material for the preparation of so many chemical compounds. So it is used as a raw material for the production of other chemicals, like for the preparation of sodium chloride, HCl, NaOH, Na2CO3 and NaHCO3. Okay, NaCl means, now you can say, sir, how NaCl is used in the preparation of NaCl? So that NaCl is found in the nature. When we are preparing the NaCl in the laboratory in the large scale, so that NaCl is used in small quantity. So in the preparation of NaCl, now in HCl, NaOH, Na2CO3. Na2CO3 means sodium carbonate. This is sodium bicarbonate. This is sodium hydroxide. This is bleaching powder. What is this one? This is bleaching powder. What is this one? Bleaching powder. Okay. Have you got this one or not? So these are some of the chemical compounds which are prepared with the help of sodium chloride. Okay. So in this way, now this chapter is completely completed. This chapter means this chemical compound is completely completed. So other chemical compounds I will complete in the Monday and Tuesday class, and whatever portion will be left, that in that week only I will make normal video and will complete it. And now this entire chapter will be in the syllabus of PT2. Okay, means everything I will ask. So before your exam I will complete this one. So keep watching those videos. Okay, thank you.